Welcome to the Fortify experience, where I will be sharing with you a pass through a simple process that is personalized for you to help you quickly stop procrastinating. Because procrastinating can stop you from being the best that you can be and from feeling better about who you are or the circumstances that you're in, and it can keep you from moving forward on a positive path. Now let's face it, the negative consequences of procrastinating can go much further than just your own immediately ignoring of tasks that you don't feel like doing. They seep into other areas of your life that can be detrimental to your success and or your interactions with other people. For instance, people may see you as irresponsible or untrustworthy. Another thing is that it can destroy your will to succeed. And another thing is that it can increase your own anxiety and pressure. Now during this process, you will be filling in 7 blanks from A through G, so have a piece of paper and a pen or pencil handy so that you can write down your answers. And if at any point during the video you need extra time to complete the statements, feel free to pause the video. And if at first you have trouble thinking of your own specific examples, feel free to use the examples in this video as your own, because it'll still work. So now let's begin the process. The first step is to fill in the blanks to the statement, the thing that bothers me the most about A, procrastinating, is B. Now write down procrastinating for your A, and then write down why it specifically bothers you for B. Examples could be, I'm sick and tired of being told what I'm supposed to be doing. Or it might be, I want others to do things for me. Another thing could be, I distract myself so I can put things off. So now again, the statement is, the thing that bothers me the most about A is B. So fill in your B. The next statement is, the reason this bothers me is because it makes me feel C. Now this C is your uncensored, real, underlying feeling, and examples could be, I feel enraged for being seen as stupid or ignorant or irresponsible. Another thing could be is that I feel undependable. Or maybe I feel disappointed in myself. So whatever your personal C is, whatever personal feeling you have, fill in your C for, the reason this bothers me is because it makes me feel C. Now here comes step 3. The key to the ingenuity and the effectiveness of the Fortify process is that here's where we're going to uncover the specific positive aspect within you that's unintentionally being ignored, dismissed, dishonored, or even forgotten in this situation. So this positive aspect is something that you love, value, or respect about yourself, and it's something that you know to be true about yourself. It's what's missing when you're feeling that feeling C. So the statement is, the fact that I feel C demonstrates that the positive thing I love, value, and respect about myself is D. Now this is where D is some aspect of yourself that's not being used or honored in this particular situation. So examples could be, I do what I believe is right for me. Or maybe, I really do know what needs to be done. Or it could be, I have been responsible in the past. So again, the statement is, the fact that I feel C demonstrates that the positive thing I love, value, or respect about myself is D. So fill in your personal D. Now in step 4, it's time to fortify D in your mind-body system. And this is easy because here's where you simply remember a time in your own life when you were activating and using that D, that positive aspect that you discovered in step 3. These are memories, your memories, that remind you that you have been able to trigger that positive aspect D naturally and automatically in other situations in your past. And the statement is, I know D because E. So fill in your E. So some examples could be, when I do what I believe is right for me, I feel independent and fulfilled. Or maybe I make lists in my head. Or maybe I have stuck to my budget in the past. So again, the statement is, I know D because E. So again, fill in your E. Now in step 5, it's time for you to think of a specific time when you experienced that positive value in the past. So the statement is, a specific time when I really felt the strength and power of E was F. So again, examples could be, when I married my husband, or last weekend when I got a lot done, or maybe I felt the power of E for the last 3 months. So a specific time when I really felt the strength and power of E was F. And now we go to step 6. Now remember back to that time F and re-experience that whole event and what it felt like. And really get into it and really feel how good and strong it made you feel. And feel that inner strength from that experience that makes you feel inspired and empowered or really, really good about yourself. Now make that feeling really strong. I want you to get into it and then double that feeling and triple it until you can feel that feeling vibrating all throughout your entire body. And really, really feel that. And now identify in a word or two, what's the underlying real strength? The statement is, the underlying real strength that made F so powerful for me was G. Examples of this could be, I was rejecting others' fears and opinions. Or maybe I was picturing how I wanted things to turn out. Another example could be, I was putting my mind to it. So now fill in your personal G. And now we're going to go to step 7, which is the copy process. This is where you're going to copy or embed that real strength G from another time in your life into that bother that you started out with. Now focus on that powerful real strength feeling G in your body and focus on it and hold on to it and make it really, really strong. And now double it and then triple it until you can feel that feeling G vibrating through your entire body. And then imagine taking some of that powerful energy G and putting it into a ball in one of your hands while still holding on to that real strength G in your body. And feel that energy pulsating in your hand. And you can really feel it. So as you hold a ball of that powerful energy G in that one hand, remember what that old feeling C felt like. Now put a ball of that energy C into the other hand. And now you're about to experience a powerful neuro-linguistic programming technique that's awesomely effective. We're going to use that ball of positive energy, that powerful positive energy in your one hand as a solvent that will completely dissolve that ball of negative energy or that feeling of C in your other hand. So now holding those two balls and feeling them pulsating with totally different energies, start bringing your hands together and start noticing how the positive energy can start literally dissolving that negative energy. And keep mixing that solvent of positive energy in with the negative energy until all of that C energy is totally and completely dissolved, and all you can feel is that wonderful positive energy G. So now let's see how you did. Start a new list and write down your original A. So using the same A as you used before, procrastinating, complete the following statement. The thing that bothers me the most about A, procrastinating, is B. Now write down your new B. Now you may be surprised that your new B is different from your original B. And this is fantastic because when this happens, it proves that your previously hidden inner strength has both been activated and installed into that negative issue that you started out with. Otherwise, if that hadn't happened, your B would have been the same as it was before. This is the uniqueness of the Fortify process. It proves that your state of mind has progressed because it validates that you have transformed and shifted yourself into a different and perhaps more powerful state of mind or a more peaceful state of being. And this is a benefit that you can't get from any other technique. So, at this point, if you have not yet been able to answer nothing for B, then it means that you can simply come back and do more passes through the Fortify process so that you can find and stack additional positive inner strengths into that negative situation. And each time you come back, you will be using the newer B until you can finally answer nothing for B, or until you're satisfied with the progress that you've already made. Now, depending on how complex the issue is, I have gone through numbers of passes through the Fortify process before I could finally answer nothing for B. But that, when I can answer nothing for B, is when I'm really able to feel relieved, because that's when I just don't feel that same grip or sting of the original negative situation. And not only that, but I can see myself feeling more in control, more self-confident, and recognizing options and inner strengths that I didn't realize that I had before. And when you just don't feel the same anymore, imagine how different things can be when similar things come up in the future. Can you imagine how good you can feel having overcome situations in which you procrastinated in the past? You might be much more surprised than you can even imagine. And not only that, but by activating and embedding those previously hidden positive inner strengths, you've also boosted your self-esteem and your self-image for that situation. And this is something that can't be taken away now that your real strengths have been brought into your conscious awareness. And don't be surprised if you find yourself exhibiting those real strengths in other areas of your life too, because now you're consciously aware that you have those real strengths, and that means that you'll now be able to use them to your advantage. And for me, it's always fun and eye-opening to do the Fortify process because it makes me feel good to find and activate those hidden inner strengths that I forgot that I had. And so, because this happens to me, I really hope that you have surprising and rewarding insights about yourself like I have had. Regardless of what you perceive to be your limitations or your deficiencies, Fortify gives you a way to identify and contact those resources and understandings that you need to bring new clarity and a new perception to any situation. It does this by quickly and easily uncovering and activating those previously hidden inner strengths that can now give you the power to move forward in ways that you never believed were possible in the past. So now we thank you for joining us, and we suggest that you look at the other issues that we cover in our YouTube videos to see what might apply to your other situations. And please tell your friends and family about these videos. You never know who they might be able to help. They're all free with no strings attached. We would love to hear about your Fortify experiences, so send your comments to thefortifyexperience@gmail.com. And also, check out our Facebook page and the Fortify Kindle book on Amazon.com by clicking on the links below. And please subscribe to our channel so that we can keep you informed of new information and new videos. Thank you so much for joining us. See you next time.